Earth Hour resonates with my values of being responsible for nature. It is vital for me to ensure a green and great Mother Earth for all generations. I'm inspired to support the movement because I see the impact it has on individuals all around the world. With my 10 million tree planting project adding more impact to it. Earth Hour is important because it allows us to work towards achieving better resources for nature. Tourism and agriculture are the backbones for Tanzania's economy, and they're also nature-based. So if we don't stop climate change now, these sectors will collapse. I believe in the power of unity and that the climate crisis is a matter of urgency.
I'm Renee Noor, model, creative director, founder of Global Women Wealth Warriors, Wellness Hub, and GW3 Magazine. I dedicated my life and devoted my career into helping women and girls to achieving their goals. I've been passionate about empowering women and enriching men. This opportunity in working with the Global Women Wealth Warriors have afforded me the pleasure of traveling outside of the country to be a support unit, most importantly, to help impact and change lives. Our ultimate purpose is to help others to become whole from finance, spiritual, mental, as well as physical. We know there are challenges and obstacles to get you to the next level. However, it's time for you to level up, boss up, and welcome to Power to Soar. And we are live. Hey family, it's Renee Noor. So excited to be here with you all for the GW3Live, and it is Monday. And we always like to say Monday is not only about making moves on Mondays, but Monday is also about making things happen. And you know, we just finished wrapping up our 2023 Resurgence event right there at Atlanta City Hall. And oh my goodness, it truly, truly was incredible. So this evening, guys, we have a special guest that's going to be joining us. Not only we're so grateful to have Miss Shirley Xavier in our lives, but you know what's so lovely about Shirley? She's working really diligently in regard to helping nonprofit organizations to raise funds. And you already know with our nonprofit organization that we're so committed to making a difference. You just heard about Miss Sharon Ringo Foundation. We're so excited to have the one and the only Miss Shirley Xavier with us. Hey, Miss Shirley, how are you doing, beautiful?
I am wonderful, the beautiful one. I was wondering, like, who's she talking about?
I'm talking about you. A lot of people don't even know how we've actually met, and we met in this fashion world right there in Phipps Plaza.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, you've always had that fashionista. That was always a part of your style. And I want to say this, guys, just this past week, she had an incredible event, and oh my goodness, Shirley was looking so fabulous in that money color green. I'm going to call it the money color green that you had on. Congratulations to what you're doing for nonprofit organizations. You know, you are a beacon of hope to really show others how to do it. So go ahead on and introduce yourself, please. Take it away, Shirley.
Awesome. Well, first of all, thank you so much for allowing me to be on your platform today. I definitely don't take that for granted. Renee Noor, you guys already know she is the fabulous one, the beautiful one, the one that is inspiring a lot of people all across the globe now in the region. And I'm so glad that we have been able to stay in contact and in communication for all these years. But my name is Shirley Xavier. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. I reside here in Atlanta, Georgia. And like she said, I have a long-standing background in fashion and fashion retail management, to be exact, over 17 years. And I stepped away from the whole corporate background in corporate America per se to actually pursue my own. So I actually kicked off Shirley Couture, where I style women in business. I have a model that you can't sell a dream looking like a nightmare. So definitely if you're looking to hit the stage or hit a photo shoot or have any major production where you have to hold the mic and let people understand the power that you have within, then definitely I want to make sure that that image matches that. So that's what I do with Shirley Couture. I'm also a nonprofit owner as well, with my own nonprofit called Yay Foundation. And then I also do alternative investments, helping people to, have different ways to have different streams of income. But outside of all of that, I am now an auctioneer as well as a sponsorship strategist for businesses, helping nonprofits to become successful, but helping organizations and businesses, period. So we fell in love with the Sharon Ringo Foundation, the mission that GWW is actually supporting. And I definitely wanted to make sure that we came on here to really help you guys to understand why we did what we did and the event that we had this past Saturday. I can't hear you.
Family, go ahead on and put hearts in the chat for Miss Shirley Xavier. Shirley, thank you for not only giving everybody an introduction to who you are, but I was so grateful when I heard how you made your transition. And now it's like you're living in your passion because you're giving back and you're showing up for others. And that's always, to me, is satisfying. As long as we always make sure we do what? Take care of self-care and self-love first for ourselves. But I'm
That's
so
right.
grateful that you were with us this past Saturday. Now, I want to know, Shirley, because you did an amazing job of letting everybody know what it is that you all had on the auction, and why was it so important for them to be able to get engulfed and engaged. Why don't you share with everybody, when you're selecting items for nonprofit organizations, what are some of the steps that's important in order for you all to have a successful auction?
That's a great question. Well, first of all, the proper staff is important. So I just want to give a shout out to Lorena and Clara, who came at the last minute to help me out. And those dolls, I would not be able to do it without them. So setup is very important. But outside of that, it's just making sure that the pieces that you have, of course, is authentic, right? So having that certificate of authenticity is something that is very, very important with every single item that you have. No matter how much somebody can say, yes, this is the official signature, but having that certificate is key. Also, having pieces that I know that if I was designing my dream home, which we should always be in that thought about our dream home and how we want our home to be, I would make sure that these are pieces that I would ideally want to pick. So, for example, the Tiger Woods piece that we had, when I went to the actual place that we get our items from, he had different, pieces of Tiger Woods. But this particular portrait and this particular piece had him at the Masters, had him in his jacket, had him without his hat, and his trophy. So it was just an amazing piece. And that was actually one of the pieces that got auctioned off. And someone won that piece this past Saturday. And when I followed up with him to just make sure that to see, did he find a place, a location to position it, he said his whole family was in town, Renee, and his father fell in love with the piece because they're all a family of golfers. So for me,
Ooh.
yes, right. So for me, when I'm picking pieces, I want to be able to know that this piece is going to connect. Like I have one of my favorite pieces that I'm going to show you guys in just a second that I grew up on this piece. So it's just those type of things that, when you see it, you're like, oh my God, I want that. So that's the feeling I want for every piece that we have.
Absolutely, guys. Put some hearts in the chat again. I had the pleasure of not only meeting Mr. Tiger Woods, but also in the setting of even interviewing him, doing the master. So that's pretty
Yeah.
powerful. Whenever he's out on that course, girl, it's like a sea of people are always following him. And now him and Charlie are out there together. So it's going to be like double trouble. That's all I have to say.
Yes.
But definitely, congratulations to our silent auction bidders, because we had
Yes.
really great ones to put some bids out. And then I understand that we had so many. It's like, oh my God, I want to get that. I just didn't get a chance to get around to it. Let me just share with you guys why. This Saturday, not only we're grateful that we had Resurgence, this was our event that was geared towards art, fashion, sustainability alongside with technology. And the great gift that we had, we were able to fuse not only those components, but we're bridging the gap in legacy while we're passing the torch to our young generation.
Mhm.
And I mean, oh my goodness, look at the stellar of individuals who came out just straight royalty to the finest. In
Yes.
addition to that, we had so many of our young leaders, like our young scientists, alongside Blair, Miss Blair Anderson. In addition to that, some of our legacy trailblazers that have just really done phenomenal work in just setting, I would say, not only laying down the blueprint, but not being afraid to share. So
Mm.
that's why we're so excited. That's what we're just really coming from. But at the same token, you laid out such a great collection for the silent auction to help to support the Sharon Ringo Foundation.
Yes.
So what did you do in regard to selecting this collection for the event? Please share.
Well, I knew that we were going to have some major players in the room, some esteemed guests, people that were flying all the way from Africa, Zimbabwe in particular. So,
Zambia, Zimbabwe, we had London in the house, we had
yes.
Germany in the house. Yeah, we had so many. Absolutely. Yes.
So I was really excited to hear that because we actually had portraits, actual hand paintings from Zimbabwe, local artists that were actually supporting the people in Zimbabwe, and also local artists in Haiti.
Mm.
So, come to find out, you had a few Haitians in the room as well. A sister by the name of Gabrielle, she is quite the beautiful one, and she was like, "Oh my God, this painting reminds me of home." And when I told her it was a painting from Haiti, she was ecstatic to hear that. So that was really exciting. So that's how we picked it, knowing that it was a very cultural event. It was a very diverse event. So we had also Taylor Swift. Record. We had Elton John, we had Bruce Springsteen, and a few
Ooh, not
others that I have up here.
Springtree. Come on now.
Right. We got Bruce Springsteen, man.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yes.
But I like the fact that you had the variety of the diversity, and
Mhm.
truly, this was a very it was a very diverse audience there. What I loved about the energy, oh my goodness, the energy of each person was just so infectious, and we
Yeah.
were able to not only reach our goal just by the right audience, but now it's time for us to reach our goal for the silent auction. Now I understand, Mrs. Shirley. We're going to continue on with this auction. And with this auction, you're going to show us some of the pieces, and then I can walk everybody of how to go about auctioning. Is that right? And we can do this right online?
Yes, you can
Oh my,
actually do your online bidding is open right now, but here's the caveat. It ends in less than 2 hours. It ends right at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because I know that's important. So, you definitely want to go on. Renee's going to give you the instructions, the link for you to go on, register. And when you register, you're just registering. It's not until you hit bid for an item that you're kind of tied into that item. So, definitely register, go online. So therefore your information can be captured. You can be followed up on email, whatever the case may be, and take a look at these items. So can I go ahead and start showing them what we got?
yes, you can. And you know what? I'm so excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, she got me doing work. Let me see. Hold on, girl, because let me just see if I can find that fabulous link she just sent it to me, guys. I promise you just sent it to me.
Yes,
And I was
check on your
looking
WhatsApp.
at, huh? Yeah, I
Check
was
on
saying,
your WhatsApp.
I was
Mhm.
looking at it. I'm like, okay, cool. I got this. All right. No problem. But you go ahead on and share with us some of the pieces that you're going to be showing. And then I'll work on pulling up the information, please.
Okay, so let me see. Who do I want to start with? So let's go into the sport world for a second. Now, this particular piece is really a dynamic piece because it does something special. Okay, so I think everybody knows these ladies. Yes, that is Serena and Venus Williams. But guess what? Both of the tennis balls, autographed signed tennis balls. But guess what? That's not all. It lights up. Isn't that a gorgeous piece, Renee?
I absolutely love it. Yes, I do. Oh my God. So
Look
it
at that.
lights up as well. Oh,
Yes, it lights
cool.
up so
Guys,
you can
put
turn
some
off the
yellow
light.
hearts in the chat if you love that. First and foremost, let's give it up for Venus. Let's give it up to Venus alongside with Serena. They
Mm.
have truly
Mm.
broke down barriers. When you think about tennis, they changed the game. And not only have they changed the game, they are our mentors that a lot of the girls look up to. I'm going to get a little bit more of a zoom in on that piece while you talk about it, okay?
Yeah.
Hey, it's me. I want to be the other girl. There we go.
So each of the balls are autographed. And then also for every piece, you have your certificate of authenticity on back. And so each of them are there. So that is very important when you're part of an auction to make sure that that certificate is there. Okay. But this is a beautiful piece. The way the light is positioned, you can actually switch it out if ever it goes out. But the way it's cased in is beautiful. You can either hang it or you can actually place it against the wall, however you want to, where you want to display this gorgeous piece. So that is Serena and Venus. I only have a few items, but definitely will show you some of my favorites. Okay. Now, remember, I told you there was a piece that I grew up on. I actually had this album at home. Now, why I don't still own this album, I have no idea, but I was very young at the time. And he is still my favorite artist of all time, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, the official Thriller album, y'all. Okay. Now, this is the actual album. So whenever you see that the album cover is signed, then that most likely is an original album underneath. We had, of course, Beyonce and Jay-Z, but it was actually the CDs that was autographed. So that was not the original CD. It was just their actual autographs, but this is actually the whole entire album and an autograph copy of it. So this is another gorgeous piece that is still on the site for whatever reason. So you definitely want to grab onto that. Same thing with this is that, of course, you have your certificate of authenticity on the back, but amazing piece, epic. You definitely want to check that out. Okay. Now I am going to move on to our some of our portraits. I actually only have. Let me make sure I secure Michael now. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm loving the piece that she's showing thus far, guys. And what we're going to do after she finishes showing us what she has, we're going to go through each one of them so you can get an opportunity to start your bid on these items. Keep this in mind, guys. This is geared towards supporting the Sharon Ringo Foundation. I had the pleasure of talking to her father today, and I just absolutely love what Sharon is doing. We have made a commitment to help her raise and to help her to plant over 2 million trees within the next 5 years, guys, within the next 5 years. So not only am I excited about it, I'm looking so forward to being a conduit as well. And
Mhm.
yes, Miss Shirley, we can't wait to get back to you as well. Pour into us.
Yes, absolutely. I love hearing the mission. So definitely. But
Yes.
this right here it's a bigger our paintings are kind of big. So this is kind of one of the smaller paintings that I was able to kind of pull up. Let me see if I can hide behind it. But as you can see, it's black and white. It's called Daughter-in-Law. And it's a painting from Zimbabwe. It was a local artist in Zimbabwe who had painted this. Now, the beautiful thing about all of our paintings is that all we did was actually take the canvas and stretch it behind a board. But surprisingly enough, a lot of people love how it's just so organic like that without being in a frame. So some people chose to keep it as such because you could kind of feel the texture of the painting and the what the actual artist has used. Or if you decide, because it is so thin, we actually wrapped it in Michael's, you can actually go as is because it's not completely taped, so therefore it won't damage it if you try to pull it off, that you can actually put it in a custom frame. Okay. So I know anytime I get anything on, canvas, I would love to actually custom frame it. But if you decide to keep it the way that it stands up beautifully. It is very, very stern. So you wouldn't have any problem putting it on a stand or hanging it up in your home as you see it. But this piece is called Daughter in Law. Okay.
Oh, you have so many people that's just loving the pieces that you're putting up. Oh my goodness, we getting hearts. Oh my goodness, fire emojis and
Awesome.
everything. Absolutely,
Awesome.
absolutely.
Awesome.
You
And
know,
there's such great deals too. That's another thing, Renee, before I show you guys this last piece, because I think this is going to be a heart wrencher when I show this last piece.
okay.
The items are really, really well priced. So even for that daughter-in-law, I believe the starting bid for that is 300. So
Wow, that is really good. Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that
definitely
piece is really amazing. I don't think we should have done that one. I mean, for the live auction by far because it's so beautiful.
listen, I was
Yes.
surprised. People were taking pictures and I was just like, oh,
Yeah, you
like
should have said, Renee, this one needs to be a live auction. I would say, bring it on down. Let's do a live auction
we
because
should have did one. We should
yeah,
have
we should have
totally
did
did
that
one.
as a live auction. I love
Yeah.
it. I love
Yeah,
it.
because
Love it.
that piece is gorgeous. Okay.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
All
is.
right.
Let me see the other one. I'm so excited. Let me see
So
the other
excited, can you hide it?
one.
All
Yes.
right. So this is the grand one here that I brought up to show you guys. Uh whew, this one, I know when we all got the news, it was very shocking. But we have an autograph signed Kobe Bryant jersey, framed autograph signed Kobe Bryant purple jersey. So crazy too because I'm actually born on November 8th and his number was 8. So it's like every time I hold it, I'm like, oh. So this is a beautiful piece. It's folded up really nicely. Um, I don't think I have to say any more words about this piece.
Not only is November 8th, that's your birthday, right? November
Yeah.
8th?
Yep.
That's my daughter's birthday as well, young lady.
No
Janae's birthday,
way.
November
No
8th. Yeah.
wonder we're connected the way we are.
Okay. That's Jazzy's birthday. Yes. And
That's crazy. Well, me and Jazzy need to turn up next year, okay?
I'm going to turn it up. Okay. And Kobe
You know.
Bryant, I mean, 2020, January 26th. That's exactly the date. I remember because I was in Dubai when I
Mm,
received the text message from my niece. And when she said he died, I'm like, there's no way. There's
no
no
way.
way. You
No
know?
way.
Oh my God, that's a powerful, powerful piece. Kobe Bryant, I love the authentication there that's on the back. It's so important, guys, for all your pieces to have that as well. It's absolutely beautiful. So what we're going to do now, guys, we're going to go and online, and I'm going to put the link there also, so you can start with the bids, guys. That's going to be something that's
Yes.
important as well. You could literally have the opportunity of making, let's see if I could put this in a link. Let's see if we could put that out there. Oh, I was doing so good. Here it is. Here it is. So the great part about it, guys, the silent auction is benefiting the Sharon Ringo Foundation. That's right, the Sharon Ringo Foundation. And we're so grateful to say that we're working alongside with the organization. I was speaking to Dr. Ringo actually earlier today as well. And so you
Hmm.
guys get an opportunity of going there. With the Global Women Wealth Warriors, the GW3 ambassadors, we are confirmed as not only in partnership with the Sharon Ringo Foundation, but we're also assisting and working alongside them to raise funds, but also to plant trees. And while we were in Tanzania, Shirley, we had the opportunity of right there planting trees at the Board of Tourism in Tanzania.
Nice.
Yeah, it was
Nice.
so awesome. Oh my goodness, it just
Mm.
gave me goosebumps just thinking about it because we
Hmm.
knew we were going over to Tanzania, but really getting our fingernails and all of the soil of Africa, that was so, so powerful. And then we
Nice.
wound up traveling over to Arusha as well, and we
Hmm.
planted more trees out there. So, guys, not only we're so excited to be a part of the Sharon Ringo Foundation, 12 years of age, Miss Sharon Ringo. Not only she's dedicated to sustainability, she's dedicated to social justice, but most importantly, she's bridging the gap for our young leaders, because a lot of those trees that they plant, whether they're in different parks, different schools, I just really love the fact that we are giving life. Every time you plant a tree, it's just really helping with resources as well. So just
Yeah.
keep that in mind, guys. Not only is this cause important, this cause is really helping us to also continue on with legacy,
Yeah.
because really what it's about, legacy. No matter what, no matter how small your donation may be, even if you're, saying, okay, one of those pieces is amazing. However, if we can't, you know what, make a donation to the organization.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Shirley's been doing an amazing job with just helping nonprofit organizations to reach their goals. And that's what our goal is here for this evening, guys. Not only do we want to move these silent auction items, but we really want to see them in your place. We want to see them in
Yes.
your homes, so we
Yes.
want to make sure you get one of those great pieces. And so, Shirley, if you can show one of the other collections or show the other item, and then I'll show everybody how to go about. Ought to go ahead on it and starting with the silent auction bidding.
Well, the Kobe Bryant piece was actually our final piece that we bought up. We only have 4 pieces to show tonight. I can, step away and get some more, but I did want to just say that, to your point, Renee, if I may, with the Sharon Ringo Foundation, the mission that you guys are doing, first of all, is so beautiful, right? Because just being able to clean up our ecosystem, right? That is huge. So when you plant the trees, you don't understand what that does for, our oxygen level, the ozone layer, everything, so it affects it all. But the beautiful thing too of what she mentioned of giving a donation, if you can't purchase a piece, is huge. And when you do end up purchasing any piece that you see, because we have pieces that are even less than $300 that's on that site. But the beautiful thing is that when you have the piece, you always have that, reminder that you did this for Sharon Ringo Foundation, that you are responsible for planting one of those many trees that they are looking to plant. Keep that in mind. So every time you look at that piece, it's not just a piece that you got, to beautify your home, but you beautify the world through the foundation. And that's a beautiful thing. And I just love all that you're doing, Renee. You're always doing amazing things. You're always looking for, amazing organizations to support. I had no idea that Sharon Ringo was 12 years old, starting her mission. But that in itself is like, oh my God, like that needs hearts, that needs fire emojis, because, our children are our future, right? So just being able to do that and hit her goal, what will that say to the next generation? So this is what you're going to be doing when you're part of that. So I just wanted to mention that.
Well, you know what's so funny? She was 11 years of age, Shirley. She was 11 when I first met her. And to
Wow.
watch her evolve in 1 year, now that she's 12 years of age, she's already spoken on stages in Cairo, Egypt, to over 10,000 people, guys. 10,000 people.
Wow.
So you know what we're going to do? I want you to get to know Sharon Ringo. When we come back, we're going to play a commercial. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about the one and the only Miss Sharon Ringo.
Earth Hour resonates with my values of being responsible for nature. It is vital for me to ensure a green and great Mother Earth for all generations. I'm inspired to support the movement because I see the impact it has on individuals all around the world. With my 10 million tree planting project, adding more impact to it. Earth Hour is important because it allows us to work towards achieving better resources for nature. Tourism and agriculture are the backbones for Tanzania's economy, and they're also nature-based. So if you don't stop climate change now, these sectors will collapse. I believe in the power of unity and that the climate crisis is a matter of urgency.
Absolutely phenomenal, guys. Put some hearts up in the chat for our
Mhm.
very own Sharon Ringo. And as I share with you guys, she just continues on evolving. She's an author alongside
Wow.
with an activist where it relates to
Wow.
climate change, social justice. But most importantly, guys, she is truly one of our leaders to watch out for 2024. She was also one of our
Mm.
rising stars that we honored right in our but just this past Saturday
Yes.
for resurgence. And oh my goodness, that's the key right there, guys. So not only is it important for you to put your bid out there, go ahead on and look at the website, guys. In the link right here, we've already posted the link. Feel free to go and peruse, see what else you may like. I love the fact that we're going to talk about some of the pieces that we have. Miss Shirley, she has this Kobe Bryant jersey. Not only is it framed, guys, it's framed, but it also is one of the most phenomenal items to have. I love the
Mhm.
fact that you can see Kobe, how he's always in that, what is that, Mamba position,
Mamba, yeah, Mamba and
oh my
mhm.
goodness. He was always about that business. He was about that life. But I love
Mhm.
also the fact that he continued on helping to elevate others as well. So truly, guys, for the Kobe Bryant piece, it's framed. It only starts at $1,600, guys.
Wow.
$1,600. That's it. I
Mhm.
remember when we were with Mr. Chris Tucker,
Mm.
golf tournament, and we were there, and of course he had some Shaquille O'Neal, no, it was Michael Magic Johnson on
Mm.
jersey. That jersey definitely went for over $2,500, just a jersey
Mm.
alone.
Mhm.
This one here, guys, is framed. It has two pictures. It looks so amazing. And you can put that right on your mantle. You can put that up on the wall, guys. And we know we're going to be doing this all the way until about 7 o'clock, 7:30. And then we're going to have to
7:30. Mhm.
close out 7:30. So then we're going to have to close out the silent auction. But guys, that's something to really think about. And if you are not the one that's so passionate about it, share it with someone else that you know that truly would love to have that piece. Okay. One of the other
Yes.
pieces that Shirley showed was Serena and
Mm.
Venus, the Williams
Yes.
sister. This is a frame item as
Mhm.
well. And I mean, really, the value of it is over $1,000. We're talking about a minimum starting bid of only $500, guys. That's
Right.
$500. I mean,
That's
think
a
about that. These
steal.
are legends. These are legendary, right? Oh
I
my
can't even believe I still have that piece.
God.
Like, what?
Seriously, seriously. They
Yeah.
what they did to the tennis world is have
Mhm.
totally transformed it. It's amazing how these two young sisters, thanks to their father, who truly saw something in
Yes.
them. He helped to propel them and helped to encourage them and look at them today.
Yeah,
Some
that
of the
father was no joke
oh,
with
he was
those
no
girls.
joke.
No
And
joke.
you know what I loved about it? He
Mm.
might have not been the smartest man. He might
Mhm.
not have been the well coordinated man. He might not even been the tallest man. But one
All the
thing he
wealthiest.
knew, his
Mhm.
daughters were going to be successful. He
Yep.
knew automatically that his daughters were going to be successful. He had a
Mhm.
vision and he made sure he worked it all the way through. So
Oh,
let's
yeah.
give it up to Dad. Come on now.
Yes, Daddy. Daddy
Yeah.
had the whole map planned out, written
Yes,
out.
he did. And if things didn't go accordingly to what his plan was, he wasn't doing it.
You
He
out.
was not having it. Yes, he was not having it. He made me
Yes.
laugh though. What was his name? Come on, who knows the name of Venus and Serena's father?
That's a
Put it
good,
in the
yeah,
chat.
that's a good trivia right there.
Come on, who knows the name of the dad? Come
What's
on, let's
Daddy
see.
name?
Who knows the name of the dad? Let's go. Let's go. Who knows
Let's
the father's
go.
name? Will Smith even starred him in the movie. Come on, guys. Let's think
Yes.
quick on our feet.
Look, if and probably if you were giving them a prize, they'd be like, "Oh, wait, I know."
I always have gifts. Let's see.
Let's
If you
see.
know the father's name without having to Google it, please don't do artificial intelligence, okay? It's not that complicated, all right?
Really
We'll give
are.
you one of the skincares by Amore, beautiful Amore. She actually the
Nice.
skincare products, and yes, well, right now we even know also we have some gifts that's going to be going out to our VIP guests that we.
Mm.
I just love her products. Her products are so like healing, and they
Yeah.
smell so good. But yes,
Mm.
if you know the name of Venus and Serena's dad,
Yes.
you get one of those beautiful products. I mean,
Ooh,
come on, guys.
come on, guys.
Oh my
Don't let
goodness.
me get it.
No, I know Shirley's like, I know the name. Well, you know what, Shirley?
Yes.
Let's talk about one of the other pieces while we're waiting for somebody to respond
So
back.
there's another piece that I didn't bring up because
Okay.
you have to, okay, so a couple other pieces that we had an actual basketball, Trey Young, signed autograph basketball. And when we have the actual basketballs or football or another piece that I'm about to talk to you about, we have it in its all of its case and glory. So it's a lot to put that piece together. You have the bottom piece, you got the actual piece, and then you have the case. And each case, like I told you, always comes with the certificate, and you always want to look for that certificate. It's like you buying a Chanel or Louis bag. You make sure that the paperwork is in there. So it's the same thing for those pieces. But one of the really cool pieces that we have, Renee, is a Sylvester
Yeah, I
Stallone.
was gonna say that.
The
Literally, look,
actual
that's what I was gonna say right there.
yes.
Get out of my head, Shirley. Get out of my head. Oh my
Well, you did
gosh.
have a daughter born on my day, so but yes,
I,
that glove, man, that piece is so cool. So, so
I love
definitely,
Sylvester Stallone. Oh my
man,
God.
who
Dun, dun,
doesn't?
dun, 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 dun,
Dun-dun-dun,
dun. Everybody know about Rocky? Come
dun-dun.
on now. Oh my
And then stand on
goodness.
top of the stairs.
Ah, dun, dun.
Dun-dun. Dun-dun,
Woo!
dun-dun.
I remember,
So you
guys,
got
back in the day, you left that theater. If you was
listen.
Italian, you
I
wanted
can't
to
tell you how many
go beat
times I watched
somebody
that
up.
movie.
Huh?
Right.
Yeah,
That
they
was
was
our
like,
Wakanda
oh my
back in the
goodness, they had
day.
so much strength. Just
Right.
watching Rocky, it's like, yeah, we got this.
Every set of stairs I found, I had to run up to the top and be like, yeah.
I love that.
So inspiring.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So
So that is
yes,
a cool
guys,
piece. And that
that's a
piece is
great
going
piece.
away for nothing. That's pennies that's on there. So definitely that's a really fun
Absolutely.
piece.
I was
Mm-hmm.
looking at that. I was like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Let's see if they got the name for Venus and Serena's dad. I don't
No,
see
um,
no
I've
way.
been staring at this chat.
Oh my
I'm gonna
goodness.
start calling people out. Patrice, Barbara, y'all don't
Yeah.
know.
You
Go
do
find
you
out
need
the
a
dead
little
name.
help?
Mary.
Oh my goodness. Come on
Oh,
now. Come on now.
yes.
You know what I liked? You had some of the smaller paintings as
Oh, yes.
well. That was
Yes.
really, really nice. When you're online, sometimes it's a little hard for people to make a decision, a lot of
Mhm.
things. But yeah, I really enjoyed those pieces that you had. Also, talk
Yeah.
about why is it so important for us to support nonprofit organizations? Why is it so important for you to be that catalyst to help build those relationships and also getting the job done? Why is it so important? Please, Shirley.
Oh, I would love to. The level of sacrifice when it comes to putting together a nonprofit, being an owner of myself. I'll be honest with you. When I first got into it, I said to people like, first of all, who signed me up for this? Oh, I did. And then second, why you ain't tell me it was all this work? So when you look at nonprofits that have been in business for 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 17 plus years, you got to give it up to them, right? Because most nonprofits actually fail within their first 5 years. So we actually have a huge responsibility to help these nonprofits because the nonprofits are looking outside of themselves. They always have a mission to do good in the world, however they're looking to do it, right? They're making sure that their footprint in this world means something and stands for something. So they are putting themselves in the forefront. And a lot of times nonprofit owners, the board, or just the volunteers or people who support that mission sometimes are going through things on their own, but they put all those things to the side for the better good of someone else. So to me, that alone, right, deserves its flowers in the sense of support. however we could support them. And most times, of course, it's a financial support, right? Because it is what it is, in the sense that, how can I further this mission? How can I plant these trees if I don't have the money to go buy the trees or pay the workers to actually go and do the work? So, when you look at that, nonprofits are very, very precious. And any way that you can help by either donating, volunteering your time, supporting their events, showing up in any way to be able to say, hey, I can't physically be there, but let me promote online and get 10 other people to come out to an event or do different things, is the way to go. So when it came to actually doing the silent auction, and Renee, it was a no-brainer, actually. It's like, you already know Renee, when she asks, people people gonna say yes, right? But when she told me, hey, would love for us to do this, and it's benefiting the Sharon Ringo Foundation, she's just telling me all the things about Sharon Ringo. uh we were like, yes, it's done. I already said yes in my mind. I was just waiting for her to just complete her thoughts, right? But definitely, I tied into the mission, and it was a no-brainer, because you want to see other people successful, and it's an energy force that you're putting out there. So when you're helping the nonprofits, you're helping several other people, as well, because through that one nonprofit that is touching, a majority of folks, man, what does that mean for you and your legacy? What does that mean for your children? By you blessing an abundance of people, that blessing is going to come back to you, in multiple forms. So that's why I feel we should definitely support nonprofits.
Absolutely. Wonderful,
Mhm.
wonderful response. And you're dead on with that. We just never know who's going to help us or who we need to help.
Mhm.
So we always have to keep on paying it forward. As we always say, we pray it forward as well.
Yeah.
And that's something that's important with nonprofit organizations, guys. I share with you, many of them, they're ran as corporations, which is wonderful. And some of them may not be ran as corporations. And so they're in a work in progress. But look for
Mm.
ways to partner up with nonprofit organization. I encourage you all. The reason why, some sense of giving back, not only that's important, but also it helps you to stay grounded. Okay, definitely helps
Mm.
you to stay grounded.
Mhm.
And so I just share this with you. In my travels over to Tanzania, not only was I grateful to be in Africa for the very first time, looking at that water, oh my goodness, it was
Yeah.
so blue and the white sand. I was like, where am I? Is this really Africa? I thought I was in a Caribbean island somewhere, guys. I really, really did. And of course, the flight is much longer than the Caribbean island. So you're not in the Caribbean islands area. But I'll say this too, in the journey and as we are, just embracing the space, the energy. You mentioned something earlier about that vibration. The energy is
Mhm.
so important, guys. Not only is it important for you to protect your energy, but it's also important for you to give greater energy as well. I remember this short story, Shirley, while we're talking about the Sharon Ringo
Yeah.
Foundation, as we are looking forward
Mhm.
to those who support this silent auction, commitment while we're helping them to pray it forward. Uh, when I was in New Orleans, that was amazing night. I guess it was in the afternoon, and I was supposed to be vetted to go to one of the other events, Shirley, and
Mhm.
I decided, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna not go to that one. I'm gonna see what else is going on. And so as I walked down the street, maybe 2 blocks, I saw this black car on the side. I'm like, okay. Lo and behold, Robin Meade gets out of the car. I'm like, okay, wherever she's going, I need to go
Right.
there too. So I
Right.
walked in the door. I didn't have an invitation, but you know what? You got to know that you are the invitation sometimes.
That's
And so
right.
as I walked into the door, my shoulders were back, my head was ready to rock and roll. And we
No
always
model fashion.
have to get ready.
Right.
Somebody, as soon as I walked through the door, hey Renee, I'm like, oh great, somebody knows me. Now I'm all the way in New Orleans, and I'm like, okay, I don't
Wow.
even know who it was, but at least I was recognized. And so in this space, Shirley,
Mhm.
everybody was there, from Tina Knowles,
Wow.
alongside with Tashina Arnold, Roland Martin,
Mm.
Candy Burgess. I mean, housewives. It was just like, well, how did I hit this jackpot, right?
Right.
Not only was it so amazing, food was, New Orleans, we're going to always make sure you go home with a friend, from all the seafood, from the crab legs, the crawfish, and everything like that. And all of a sudden, we hear the room shifts and we could feel something going on. The energy started shifting. And then all of a sudden, hello. I was like, what? I turned around in slow motion. I did like the bionic woman. Remember the bionic man? I was like, what? That was Oprah Winfrey, guys. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Wow.
I mean, you can't even pay for these kind of stories, guys.
Yes.
Here's Oprah Winfrey. Her energy shift the entire room. Oh
But
my
of
goodness.
course.
Talking about vibration, talking about energy.
Mm.
Even this past weekend, while we were talking about resurgence, we were doing this fundraiser to support the Sharon Ringo Foundation. This weekend, we were at Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. I received the Presidential Award on Friday night, and thanks to GP
Yeah.
Films as well as all of those who really recognized me. But let me just share this with you guys. Definitely put the hours in. We put the time in it, and you know what? We'll do it over and over and over again, even without being recognized. But I'm very grateful to say that I did receive the Presidential Award. And what I noticed? I mean, you had some fabulous people there, Shirley. You really did. But
Mm.
everybody was just like to themselves. And that
Mm.
bothers me a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah.
So when I received my award, I stood up and I was like, okay, first and foremost, everybody have just received the Presidential Award. I need everybody to stand to your feet. Oh my goodness. And lo and behold, they did, Shirley. Not only did they
Mm.
stand to their feet, the energy started coming around. And that's one of the things, guys. You have to know how to bring the energy. You have to shift
Mm.
that room if the energy is not even there. Because the
Yeah.
last thing you want to do is go into a dead room. Mm.
Nobody
Okay,
likes that.
and
Right.
that's like right across the board because sometimes we get so conservative, and I get it. Even when we're in Dubai, I went to
Mm.
Dubai and I received the prestigious award, and oh my God, I shift that room also. So bring your energy, guys. I encourage you guys to do so. I need you all to bring that energy as well because we are here to support the Sharon Ringo Foundation. If
Yeah.
you are out there, guys, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on one of our other social media outlets, put
Mm-hmm.
trees in the chat. Not only
True.
Sharon Ringo, she is definitely breaking barriers. 11-year-old. I'm like, what was I doing? I was 11 and 12. I was playing jack.
Right.
I wasn't moving
That was my
mountains.
thought when you first said that. I was like, what was I
I
doing
mean,
at
I
that?
was playing double dutch. I was jumping in the rope, girl. I wasn't thinking about moving mountains, using my voice to make an impact. 12 years of age. And she sits at the boardroom table, guys, at the head of the board with
Mm.
everybody else as adults. I'm like, oh, how is this? But I'm so proud
Mm-hmm.
of her, guys. Put some
Yeah.
green hearts in the chat alongside with some trees in the chat for the Sharon Ringo Foundation. Thank you, Sharon, for seeing the vision and
Yeah.
also for wanting to impact and change lives, not just in Africa, Tanzania, but globally as well. And you are making things happen. So, guys, definitely put some hearts up in the chat for Miss Sharon
Yeah.
Ringo. Woo, woo, woo.
Woo.
Yes. So, Miss Shirley, what else do we have over there? As right now is about what 6:11. I would love to see what else we have over there, superstar.
So we have some other items I can if you want, I can kind of like excuse myself to grab a couple other items for you guys that I think that would excite the people. But just keep in mind, like I said, you definitely want to go on there and register. And whatever you have your eyes on, go ahead and place your bid because when you do, you'll get reminders, you'll get notifications that either you got outbid or the time frame that is left in the actual auction. So if you would like, Renee, I could step away for a second and definitely grab a couple of maybe some artwork. The unfortunate part about showcasing some of the artwork tonight, they're really big, so we have some 30 by 29, 38 by 29, so they're kind of big to kind of show on the screen, but I could definitely grab one that I think maybe I could kind of maneuver for you guys to see tonight. Some of the smaller artwork as well that Renee had mentioned earlier that came straight from Zimbabwe. I can definitely grab some of those. And maybe I'll grab another memorabilia for you guys to see also.
Absolutely. Well, by the chats, everybody's loving it. So how about this? Let's go to a commercial break. And when we come back, Miss Shirley's going to bring some more of those fabulous pieces, guys. So let's go, Miss Shirley.
It's such a great honor to be able to raise funds for Living Beyond.
Earth Hour resonates with my values of being responsible for nature. It is vital for me to ensure a green and great Mother Earth for all generations. I'm inspired to support the movement because I see the impact it has on individuals all around the world. With my 10 million tree planting project, adding more impact to it. Earth Hour is important because it allows us to work towards achieving better resources for nature. Tourism and agriculture are the backbones for Tanzania's economy, and they're also nature-based. So if we don't stop climate change now, these sectors will collapse. I believe in the power of unity and that the climate crisis is a matter of urgency.
And we are back.
We are back.
Perfect timing. Oh my God. So, we were listening to the one and only Sharon Ringo with the Sharon Ringo Foundation. Everybody's been blowing up the chats. They are just loving not only Sharon Ringo, they're loving our conversations as well, guys. Let's make sure you guys are going to the link. Let's see what you can bid on so therefore we can support the nonprofit organization, the Sharon Ringo Foundation. I see you, Sean. We missed you in Atlanta, but you know what? I know you were there. You were here with us in spirit. Hello, hello, hello. I see we have Barbara in the house. Oh my goodness. I see, nobody still named the father.
Maybe Sean might know it.
Sean, hello.
Tell him.
Well, as it stands right now, we'll make sure. I think his name is Richard. There we go.
Oh, you told them. Okay.
It's Richard. Okay, so nobody cream. I
Serena
get
and Venus
cream. Okay.
Williams' dad is Richard.
His name is Richard. That's the
Yes.
Venus and Serena's dad's name, Richard.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
superstar Shirley, what do you have over there for us?
All right. So I know I got some sports fans that are out there. So we got Mr. Jalen Carter for Georgia Bulldogs. Autograph, signed picture of him. Beautiful piece. Beautiful piece. What you think about that piece, Renee?
Fabulous. Okay,
Okay.
fabulous. That's
And
really
then, of course,
nice.
as always, you got your
Mm-hmm.
certificate on the back. And then
Yeah.
I definitely wanted to showcase some artwork for you guys. The bigger artworks was not going to fit on the screen, but we could definitely showcase um, some of ours that are actually where you can put it, place it anywhere. This one is a smaller piece, but taller piece. And this one is from an artist in Haiti. Okay. It actually is Isaac. This is called The Village online. So this is definitely a great piece. Same thing. The canvas is wrapped around. This is actually a board here. So if you just want to pull it off, well, you wouldn't do it, but you would have them just kind of take it off the nail. You could easily frame this piece. Okay. We have some more artwork here. I think this is some of Renee's favorites. This one.
That's
And I love,
beautiful.
isn't that beautiful? And
Yeah.
this, I believe they're making cornmeal. And this is actually from Zimbabwe. We call
Mm.
this piece Pot of Unity. Because if you
Wow.
know the lady in the red there, she has her child,
Mm-hmm.
wrapped behind her there, and they're coming together. So I love this piece, and it's so interesting because the artwork that we have are from local artists in Zimbabwe and Haiti, and that's it. And these happen to be the colors of Haiti as well, even though it's an actual Zimbabwean artist that actually painted it. So that was kind of cool.
Oh, cool. I like it.
Yes. Another artwork that we have here. I love this piece with the guys.
Yes. Good energy.
Yes. And it's actually called Freedom.
Oh, wow.
Yes, Freedom. So, what we did for these pieces here, we kind of just put a little board to actually display it, but it's the same situation. All of them were actually, I mean, I only work with Michael's rather, because, they understand the artwork as far as just stretching it and just giving it this nice form as if you had already framed it. So we have this behind here just to display, but this is actually removable. So if you want to do anything that you want to do as far as framing it, you can. And then another great piece that I have here. This one actually is the final piece that I brought up. Okay. So do you want me to show it now or you want me to wait? I'll show
Girl,
it.
go. Let's go. Let's
She's like,
go.
let's go, let's go. I brought you guys another album, Taylor Swift. I know I got some Taylor Swift, fanatics out there. So definitely another autograph, signed copy, original album, Taylor Swift, with the certificate as well. Beautiful piece, beautiful piece. So definitely, this is on the site and it's a great deal for this piece right here. So those are the pieces that I was able to grab real quick on our commercial break. I definitely do want to remind you of the other piece that we had up here, which is a favorite. Of course, you saw the Kobe Bryant jersey with his two pictures on the bottom. But do not forget this piece. I believe this piece should be going home with somebody. Somebody should be declared the winner, have the winning bid for this piece. I just think this piece is just too cool. Okay. Just too cool. And again, he had another layout of Serena and Venus, but I fell in love with this one for obvious reasons. Okay. All right. So
All
those
right. Let's give it up for our girl, Miss Shirley. Woo, 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 woo. Oh my goodness. Shirley, so proud of you and what you're doing as well. Just really supporting those nonprofit organizations. Guys, again,
Thank
let's make
you.
sure you know how to get in contact with us. We have the link that's going to be right there in the chat. And
Yes.
please, guys, go check out some pieces. I see that we've had a lot of people that have gone through the chat. It's so awesome for you guys. Find something. Just find what really works for you. Or you can
Mhm.
always do this, guys. It's Christmas time, You can always give one away as a Christmas gift as well. And if you don't believe in Christmas, just give one away because it's going to be benefiting an amazing organization. It's the Sharon Ringo Foundation. Again, you heard the beautiful 11-year-old. Now, she was 11 when she did that particular video. Now she's 12, and she's even
Wow.
sophisticated than she was in that video. But this is going to be going towards directly to the Sharon Ringo Foundation. And what's so great about that, guys, that allows them to continue on planting more trees. And during this time, it's raining. So guess what? It's the best time to plant trees
Hmm.
when it's raining because
Yeah.
it helps it not only to sit, because even when we had to plant the trees that we did, Shirley, while we were
Hmm.
in Africa, you have to put so much water in the soil, so therefore the tree can connect with the Mother Earth. I just was loving it. I was like, oh my goodness. It was a
Mm-hmm.
learning process with all in itself. And that time I didn't even mind getting my nails dirty with the soil of
Right.
the motherland. Okay, I'm just letting you guys know. Yeah,
Okay.
that was so awesome. So yes, that's what this is benefiting. Is the Sharon Ringo Foundation with the GW3 Global Society. We already have our very own virtual warriors collective forest there in Tanzania. That's right.
Mm.
And we know that has been able to benefit the Sharon Ringo Foundation as well. We are committed this year, every year. They do 2 million. That's the goal. 2 million trees every year, guys. 2 million
2
trees every
million.
year. And technically,
Nice.
what does that equate to? About $100,000 in cash. That's really what it
Hmm.
equates to. That allows
Okay.
them to plant more trees. And when you think about trees, it's all geared towards sustainability. It allows us to live longer and to live healthier as well. And you know
Mm-hmm.
what, guys? We would not be able to go without oxygen. We get that from the trees as well. So
That's
it's not
right.
only something that's very serious, guys. It's something that should be like right up there at your priority list. Because one thing we know for sure, we can't breathe if we don't have good oxygen. And we
That's
see that
right.
in the world today. So please, guys, make sure you go to that website, find something, reach out to Miss Shirley and say, Shirley, girl, I like that. I'm not really sure, but you know what? I'm going to go and support you anyways. And that's something that we need to do also, guys. So
Yes.
I'm excited, Miss Shirley. What else you like to say to our guests and let them know how to get in contact with you? And we're going to see where the bidding is left off. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So definitely, guys, just take the time to browse through the site. What I love about when you go on the link to look at the auction items, you'll be able to be reminded about the Sharon Ringo Foundation. You'll see a beautiful picture of Renee and Sharon Ringo up there, being able to talk about their mission. You'll hear about GWWW as well too. So take your time to look through the site and register, look through, because remember, any piece that you end up winning, we will always be in your home to remind you of one of those many trees or many of those trees that actually was planted throughout the year. 2 million trees for 5 years, that's 10 million trees. So you are now responsible within that mission, or you're now a part of that journey and a part of making our world better, a part of us breathing better, all of the great things. So definitely, if you're looking to get in contact with me, you can find me on Instagram at IAM_ShirleyX. IAM_ShirleyX. As soon as you put that in, if you see the tagline, environment is everything, yes, that is me. And also, you can reach me directly at Shirley Xavier on Facebook, or you can, dial me up especially for those who are looking to actually bid tonight and you need immediate service, because we are going to be ending the auction at 7:30. Feel free to give me a call or shoot me a text at 678-927-1021. 678-927-1021. But thank you guys for definitely watching us live or watching the replay. We truly appreciate your support. We truly appreciate you dialing in. You know, everything that Renee Noor does is fabulous. So I just thank you again for having me on and being able to showcase the pieces that we have for you guys tonight.
Absolutely, guys. Let's give it up again for Miss Shirley. Let's put some hearts in the chat. Let's rate the vibration. You know, the key here, what she's doing, she's also a catalyst where it relates to working with not only the nonprofit organizations, but also she's bridging gaps to help those nonprofit organizations to get what they need when we are able to do these fundraisers, guys. So please tap into Miss Shirley. Don't let Miss Shirley go without you saying, hey, Miss Shirley, I just want to say I'm so proud of you. I saw what you did online with Renee. How can we do X, Y, and Z? Be specific. You already heard exactly what it is that she does. You know, she's excited and she's passionate about what she do, but be very specific so therefore you can have a good strategy when it comes down to reaching out to Miss Shirley. But I love you, Miss Shirley. Thank you
Love
so,
you
so very
too.
much. It's almost like that Wakanda forever feeling with you. Okay? I love it. I love it. Well, you know what? We do our wings. That's it. We got to do the wings. There we go. Because we're egos. Yes.
I love it.
Yes. Well, guys, we're grateful that you joined us this evening for the GW3 Live. And it's all about not only our nonprofit organizations, we're bridging those gaps, but it's also looking towards sustainability. You know,
Mhm.
we're grateful just coming from our gala event on December 9th. And my God, was it
Beautiful.
fabulous?
It was
Woo!
beautiful.
It was magical. It really, really
Wow.
was magical. And I promise you, sometimes you just can't even see all your stairs. You just have to have just that one step to take you to the next step, to take you to the next step. And so that's why we're setting these goals, guys. We want to help not only Miss Sharon Ringo Foundation to flourish, but we want to
Mhm.
help Miss Sharon Ringo Foundation to continue on getting just sometimes just the basic items that they need. So with that, we're looking forward to you supporting the cause because you know why? It's so needed. Okay, just keep that in mind. It is so needed. It's been
Yeah.
a pleasure getting to know you this evening, Miss
Yeah.
Shirley. I like saying that, Miss Shirley. And I look forward to seeing you on the other side of your greatness. Until then, not only Miss Shirley, but for all the viewers out there, you have to roll those shoulders back and put your head up. Why? Because the world need another game changer, and that game changer is YOU. So let's go be the change agents. Let's go continue on living our best life, being those visionaries. Because you know why? Whenever we go to any place, we always bring about hopes, inspiration, and you know what? Even turn the key a little bit harder so therefore we can activate more souls to take action. So, guys, it's been a
Love
pleasure
it.
having you here with us. We
Yeah.
absolutely love you, and you can't do anything about it. I'm Renee Noor, the founder of the Global Women Wealth Warriors, the GW3 Global Society. Make sure you tune in. Reach me at meetreneenoor.com. Meetreneenoor.com. That is my digital card. Really is more of a video card, so you can really get to know me. And I look forward to hearing back from you. Let's stay connected. Until then, we'll see you sometime. We'll see you on tomorrow. Bye for now.
Bye.